I think I'm live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? We're got a friend coming today.
Hello.
There you are.
Hey, why are we on here?
Well, so I can have a nice little icon hanging
Oh,
out on the stream.
fair enough.
So you got your little name that lights up when you talk. Because otherwise it was going to be quite lonely me just being here, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair
So I
enough.
thought I'd give this a go
Uh,
since it's now a bit easier.
how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Hey, Nada's here too, hiding with a cat in the box. Oh, I had a nice phone conversation with a friend that I haven't talked to in a very long time. So that was nice.
Nice. Who was that?
Ray, actually.
Who's that?
You've talked to Ray.
Have I?
Yep. For Seeing Eye, because I linked you two
Oh,
together.
that's Ray.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. How is
Yeah.
she?
Doing great.
Did
Well,
you
as
say,
great as you can be. Sorry?
did you say thank you for me? Sorry.
I think so.
Okay.
It wasn't on my mind, but I think I did actually. At one point.
Thank you.
No problem.
How was she? How was it?
She's doing well. Not my story to talk right now, I think. But she's doing well, I think. Having a as well as you can do in the pandemic. uh,
Yeah, good. Good. Very good.
so, art. Nana says hi. I don't know whether you've got the chat open or not.
No. Wait, which chat?
The chat of the YouTube variety.
I don't know. I don't. I have this.
I can screen share it with you if you want, or you can
No, sorry.
or you can just open it up.
Conversation. Mork.
Yeah. Is it good? Sorry?
What?
What did you say?
No, I just hadn't muted it yet.
Ah, it was us. The sound was us.
I know. The
What to talk about? What's
oh, the delay in the video.
yeah, there'll be quite a bit of a delay. I think we're
We're
probably
only just starting now.
yeah, yeah. I think it'll be a good like I don't know, like 20 something seconds at least.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I accidentally hit normal latency instead of ultra low, so we're gonna be a bit delayed now today. That's fine. We can cope with it, can't we?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I might just have to not look at the YouTube. Like, just open up Discord again.
I'll we'll just
It's all right. I'll survive. I'll survive. I'll
okay,
survive.
So I'm sure this will get easier as we get into it. What should we talk about? What you got anything on your mind lately? How's Pokemon Go going?
I have just been working constantly for the last, I don't know, while now, which is good. I like hadn't done any work
Yeah,
for
I
a long
feel
time.
like it's a good week or two now that you've just been working straight.
Yeah, and it's going to be that way for the next few weeks. But that's fine. But really, I've done so little work this year.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't really be too hard on yourself with it. There is a pandemic and plans had changed
No,
so much.
no, I've loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've both strived in different ways during this.
Yeah. I know lots of people most people I know, if I'm honest, have had a good coronavirus. I've heard about lots of bad things, but on the news, not in real life.
Yeah,
And I know it's real. My immediate circles are good.
yeah, it's a bit weird. Yeah, I know a few people that have like caught it now. Some of my family members have caught it and recovered, luckily. Um, but it is kind of weird. It's weird to have the perspective of like being inside all the time and not really, not really going out. So like all of my perspective of the world is like the 5-10 minutes of me going to the shops, and then everything that I see online. So it's quite
Yeah,
an odd experience. I would say anyway.
but that's a lot. That's most people's experience.
Yeah, I
The
don't know whether it's most people. I think most people um, are probably with people. I think that most people in the UK probably live with another person at least.
live with another person, but they're still seeing the world through exactly the same means.
Yeah, I
The
guess. I think.
you know, which
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
world anyway. But you know,
I think because a lot of people like have to go out to work, and they'll be going on like walks or out to do shopping for two people. So it's a lot more than, well, for me. I mean, I'll go out for 10 minutes. I don't have to drive anywhere. It's not like I'm going out um, to huge supermarkets or anything like that.
no, but I mean, even pre-coronavirus, people would still go to work, but everyone is similar.
Yeah.
It's you know, it is a micro echo chamber, to use a better word. Anyway,
Hmm.
that but this post-coronavirus has just exaggerated that, made it even smaller circles who all
Yeah.
look at the same things, give or take. The
Yeah. That's a weird thing to think about. Um,
yeah,
like I think for a lot of people, like before when like a big series would come out, and like a lot of people watch it, but a lot of people wouldn't watch it. Where now it's like most of the, I feel like a lot of the big series that we watch, everybody is watching. Because like
yeah.
what else you can do with your time?
Well, yeah. I've really started getting into The Crown.
The Crown, I haven't seen it.
It's like everyone's in uproar about how Princess Diana, well, how Prince Charles is portrayed in Diana. But what I am most shocked by, this is true. Did you know? And they should tell you this in The Crown because they do tell you a lot of factual things as much as dramatize it. But did you know that? Did you know we had a king before King George in the UK?
Well, I assumed that we've had a few kings. What was the king before King George?
I can't remember his name. We've not been taught about him, and it's shocking that we've not been taught about him. He was forced to resign in 1940 or
A
1941.
king forced to resign. How does that work?
Because, well, he retired,
Oh,
privately he was forced to resign because he was friends with Hitler. By friends with Hitler, I mean actually friends with Hitler. When he was forced to resign, he went and visited Hitler. He saw concentration camps in early forms, pictures with Hitler, him pictured in concentration
wow.
camps. There was a plane that crashed in like 1939 or something, or 1940, a German plane that had lots of German war plans on them, and the British got the like Nazi plans of what they were going to attack with.
Hmm.
This king, he told Hitler and told the Nazis, but told Hitler that the British MI5 or whoever it was had these documents. He like he was actually a Nazi, like actually friends with Hitler.
Jeez.
Um, that was the British king in 1940.
Wow.
Um, and there's outcry about the Diana and how Charles is portrayed. It's crazy that there's not outroar. And there was a spy working in the British, who was the art advisor to the Queen, Sir something or another. They found out in 1962 that he was a spy working for the USSR.
Wow.
Um,
Cool.
but
Based.
because he, but because he'd been a spy and he'd been doing it for 15 years
Wow.
for Russia, they decided, MI5, they couldn't publicly announce it because it would do too much embarrassment to the British government and the British to them. So he kept his job for another 10 years, working in Buckingham Palace until he resigned.
Jeez.
Also in the Crown, and also true.
Amazing.
It's like the Crown tells you such full British history in like It's like the first two seasons you start to like the royal family, and then the next you hate them. Yeah, they do it well,
What
really.
sort of length is it?
It's an hour, and then it becomes 45 minutes when it's got Olivia Colman and
Is it just one
uh,
series? No, it's four
no,
seasons,
four
40
series.
episodes total.
So each season is a decade of the royal family. So
Uh,
like 1940 to 50,
God,
50 to 60.
they're just gonna run out.
Oh yeah, it's on 1980 now, so it's on Margaret Thatcher and Princess Diana. The
Amazing.
is where, and that's what's caused so much outcry because Diana
Yeah, I
and
think my mother
Charles.
wanted to watch this. Maybe I'll watch it as well.
It
Is
is
it?
good,
It's Netflix funded, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Sony,
and it's
Sony Left Bank, and Netflix.
oh, it's great.
Oh yeah, okay. Maybe I'll watch it. I don't know.
There's
I'm
definitely
not a
season.
big fan of the royal family anyway, but it might be
Um,
interesting anyway.
you'll like Prince Charles. It like really season one and two, especially season two. It really gets you to like. I'm really annoyed that I liked Prince Philip, but I'm really happy now I'm on season three. That I'm really happy that I'm really starting to hate Prince Philip again.
Uh,
It's like because it tells you their backstory that he was an orphan, Prince Philip, and he went through a lot of hard life.
yeah,
That,
that's wild. He doesn't seem very good, nice though. So
no,
yeah, maybe we'll see. I'll see what it's like. I will genuinely. I might watch the first few episodes and see how I feel about it.
well, if you're going to watch a few episodes to judge it, really, I say start at season two. Start from if you're going to be like that.
Okay, okay, noted.
you know, because season two is where season one, the first few episodes aren't good, really.
Okay, maybe I'll just watch.
But,
Maybe I'll look it up and see which ones are the best rated ones, just in general, and watch those.
well, maybe start from season four because that's what's causing such outcry right now.
Okay,
And you know what happens anyway. It's the Queen's life. There's
yeah.
no real spoilers in there. But,
Wait, Matt Smith is Prince Philip.
yeah.
That's wild.
Look at the cast of season three. It's like everyone.
Yeah, I'm just looking down the list of people. Yeah, a lot of them I recognize.
Yeah, it's super like, Oscar winners.
Mm,
Yeah,
crazy. Expensive must have been.
that's what they're worth. It's making
Fifth
headlines. It's the first thing
season is
discussed on daily
anticipated
politics
2022.
today.
Sorry?
The Crown was the first thing discussed on daily politics today.
Wow.
At the BBC politics show. Crazy.
What, what have I been watching recently? The new Adventure Time came out. I don't know whether you've ever watched Adventure Time.
I've always planned to, but never did.
They're so short. They're like 11 minutes each. Like, you could probably burn through the first season in an afternoon. But the first season is probably... Well, it's when they're getting their footing in the first season, but there's a lot to it. I think it's probably like a sort of 80-hour sort of show at the minute.
Yeah, no,
Because there's a lot of episodes. The they've got like these. They're doing like a mini series.
yeah.
Which is airing like every, I don't know, like 6 months or so. There was one released at the beginning of the pandemic, and one that was just released like a week ago, and it was so good. The writing of that show is so good.
That's fun.
It's just the right blend of humor and seriousness and philosophy. It's very Taoist.
That is fun.
Um, there's
That was me.
as in the philosophy of China, like the Tao Te Ching, the Book of Changes, not Book of Changes. Book of Changes is I Ching, but the Lao Tzu, the I don't know how normal people say it.
I did.
The Tao Te Ching. Sometimes people use the T. It's like a book of poetry.
Do you think that makes it clearer?
The Tao Te Ching. Yeah, it might. Like, like following the Tao, like the flow of things. The I don't know. It's Chinese philosophy, man. I
Yeah,
can't really think of much more than that. Um,
yeah,
it's like that. Um,
yeah.
like
Cool, nice.
Taoism is sort of like in a lot of respects, it's like proto Zen. So, um, it's like one of the three big philosophies in like what we think of as China, or Chinese philosophies. Like there's the Confucianism, which is uh, like follow the family. I'm doing so bad. Follow the family. Like authority should be about like we. There's a reason why we have authority. That sort of thing. And then Taoism is sort of like the world flows in a certain way. You can either go with it or without it, which is different. I'm saying I'm just strangely enough, those two summaries are very similar. Now that I've said them out loud, but Taoism takes a bit of a different approach to it, and then Zen or Chan Buddhism is sort of like um, the medium is not the message. It's like the worst summaries of Chinese philosophy, but they're roughly that. Okay, like there's that famous painting of the of Confucius, Lao Tzu, and I think it's the Buddha. Let me the jar of vinegar is what it's called, um, or like vinegar tasting, and they all of the painting tasting. If I'm not going to be able to find this painting, I'm going to be so upset with myself. Okay, yeah, the vinegar tasters. Oh, you can't really tell with that one, but there's a few of them. Yeah, Confucius, Gautama, and Lao Tzu, and they're all tasting. They're all around this giant pot of vinegar, and let me just should I just read this? Oh wow, this is much longer. This description. Should I read it anyway? Do you want? Should
Yeah,
I read this description of this painting? Okay. Oh wow. Okay, so this is actually a description, an explanation of why this blogger has written, has named their blog after the three. After this painting. Okay. And the poem goes: three men gathered around a vat of vinegar. Each dipped a digit in and then touched his tongue. To Confucius, the taste was sour. To Gautama, the taste was bitter. And to Lao Tzu, the taste was sweet. All three different, all three one. I recognize this. This is a weird translation of it, but I recognize it. That's pretty much a decent summary of it. It's supposed to like represent the three major philosophies of China. I'm going to skip the introductory paragraph to this text and then say, to Confucius, the founder of Confucianism, the vinegar tastes sour. Admittedly, I do not know. Oh, Jesus Christ, this dude. I'm not reading it. If he starts off a description of Confucianism with "admittedly," that's not going to be good. But in essence, there's a painting. One of them is like embrace life. One of them is like, it's life, and then the other one's like, no, this life, this vinegar is awful.
Yeah,
but they all still taste the vinegar. Nobody rejects it. But anyway, Adventure Time is like Taoism. It's like a sort of go with the absurdity.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I've always wanted to watch it. I'm excited to, although I'm worried that 80 hours you can so easily just get sucked into.
I don't think you could. Like, there's a lot of like lows in it. It's like life in the way that like there are lots of bits that are kind of low that you're like sort of like, yeah, that was alright. But there's a couple of that I've been like, oof, that wasn't a good episode. But it's only like a handful. Most of the time I'm either satisfied or really, really enjoying it. So yeah, I can highly recommend Adventure Time. Yeah, there's 283 episodes. So 283 times by 11, and then divide that by 60. So 3,113 divided by 60 equals 51. So it's 50 hours plus whatever the
That's
limited
pretty
run
long.
series as well,
Like it's
which are
long.
like 2 hours.
Not that
Yeah, it's not like a super long series. It's really nice actually. Some of the episodes in it are like really arty and really nice. Um, like particularly there's like a few episodes which I would throw into like its own sort of class where it's called like the Bimo Noir series, I would say, where like it's all in black and white and it's like a murder mystery told from the perspective of a sentient Game Boy.
Mm,
And it's so good.
that's cool.
Um, yeah, there's like so many parts. Like
Well,
especially when they've like there's like mini series as well inside of it, like where they have like 4 episodes which are linked together. Like there's one called Stakes, which is following like the vampire queen Marceline, and like how she sort of got to the modern age, and like how she got all of her vampire powers, and it's real good. Um,
yeah, that was
yeah,
exciting.
even if you just watch like the mini series and stuff, like I don't think it's. I'm not like a fundamentalist Adventure Time fundamentalist. I don't think that you need to start at the beginning. I think that you can probably there's probably like a watch list where you can watch like certain episodes from series 1 and then like half of season 2 and like you know go from
Yeah,
there. Because there is a lot of like fluff at the beginning.
yeah, nice. Yeah, cool. I will watch it. Did you ever watch Community?
No, I think I've watched a couple of episodes of it.
Did
Um,
you watch season 2 episodes?
no idea. If I
You,
did watch some episodes of it, there's no way that I'd know which season they're from.
yeah. You've always would have got to watch season 2 episodes if you're just watching a random episode. Like, season 2 is when they're at their best, really.
Maybe
It,
I don't
if they
know.
make
There's a few
it
series that I can think that did much better in the first series than the second one.
true, there are some. But did you see House of Cards? Did you watch House of Cards?
Yeah, I did watch House of Cards. House of Cards' first season was amazing.
When he pushes her,
Yeah,
spoiler, the that is like the greatest moment for me in something that I've ever seen. That was just so shocking.
yeah, like you
And
just didn't expect it all. That was so good. One of my favorite moments
yeah,
from
and
that is
that
the where they all like implied that they were all going to go have sex with like the security guy. That was like the best. That was my
yeah,
favorite series from him.
they have some really good moments.
Yeah, it's a
The,
shame it had Kevin Spacey in it.
it is a shame, but
But
he
then,
was so good at it.
yeah, I mean, there's obviously a reason, isn't it?
Yeah, there is, but like they couldn't have got it more right.
Yeah, like he was the perfect casting for that.
Like,
And to be honest, the last season wasn't too bad. I did eventually watch it. I kind of stopped caring about it. Like it just ended up being like a background thing, but it was all right. I think it closed off pretty well.
I did it. I stopped watching. I tried to watch it when the wife became president,
Yeah,
but I after a season I stopped.
yeah. I mean, it's like that. It's like a show now that I would say I wouldn't recommend to anyone because it is kind of disappointing when you get to the end, but it's not like bad. It's just sort of like, oh, why couldn't they kept the scumbag around for just a little bit longer?
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
my gripe about it because it could have
He
been a
was
lot
good.
better.
Like
Huh?
his politics in it when he decided to use taxpayers' money to give everyone a job,
Yeah,
and but
but he was
that was a really,
basically well, because the reason
really
he
good.
did that was so that he could fight against like the social media star guy, right?
But I can't remember why. But I really liked that as a they thought about that because that is both left wing and right wing.
Yeah.
It like it so perfectly flips it a bit and divides
Mm.
that I thought it was really clever. Every
Yeah, it
bit of it
was.
was.
It was good. Yeah, a lot of that was good. I can't remember. He was running as a Democrat, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was great, and how he engineered his way through it. It was so Boris Johnson and Donald Trump at the same
Yeah, I
time.
really liked where it started. As in, the like seeing his like proper rise to power, not just from like a simple senator, but to like
Yeah.
from yeah, from a simple senator, sorry, rather than like before that, where like if we'd saw if there was like a season prior to that, just going over like his youth going into like being a being a senator, it would have been a completely different series.
Oh, that would have been good. They should have done that as a season, as a flashback when he left.
Maybe, yeah, because then they
And
could have
you've got
cast a
a
different actor and
season.
everything too.
The,
Like if they
it
did like
must
a
be,
prequel or something. I don't think it
yeah.
would have worked as well in if it was the main thing. If the first season had been that, though, yeah, I just
No,
think it would have spent way too much time trying to get ready.
I agree. You've got to make us care about him
Yeah,
first, and then
because then that the kill scene wouldn't have happened until like a couple of seasons in,
yeah, no,
which
really
was wouldn't
best
have been
moment
good.
ever. I will forever remember how I felt
Hmm.
then because it really dealt with the problem as well.
Yeah, it was,
It
and
was,
it like it really made a lot of sense from like an outsider's perspective too,
yeah,
given like how
it's
everything was with her.
and it's so perfectly defines who he is early on.
Yeah, yeah, that's like the
It's,
definitely the most defining moment in that character from the show. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, there was
I might
something.
rewatch.
The Walking Dead. You know how I was talking about the Walking Dead World Beyond,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
teen drama. So that finished a week ago,
yeah.
and
How was it?
it was really good. The finale was really something. I really really enjoyed it.
Good.
I'm actually surprised at how amazing this show it became. Like it started off kind of weak, and like I felt like at times that I was like one of the only people excited about it at all. Um, but then it got to like maybe like episode 6 or 7, and then people other like then it just started getting universal like praise in the fan base pretty much. Whereas before it was just people sort of like watching it because they're just starved of Walking Dead content. But then as it got towards the end, it was like holy shit. Um,
Yeah,
and it totally
it,
stands on its own. You don't need to see the other series. The other series.
that is good.
I think it helps a little bit maybe for some of the context and stuff, but like to be honest, reading a Wikipedia page would get you enough to understand who like the CRM and stuff are. But like to see how they're like skirting the lines between like teen drama and like a coming of age sort of teen drama. It's and like a zombie film, but like it's actually done right. It's not like gory for no reason, and it's like 10 years after the event that it's so like all of the zombies are sort of slower and not as like vicious as they used to be. So it's sort of like in the background, but it's still like real risks are still involved with being like out in the outside world. And like seeing society as it's like decently built now. Like it starts off with a on a college campus with like 10,000 students or something, or 10,000 people living in this campus, um,
Yeah, nice,
which you wouldn't have
nice.
seen
Yeah.
in the other shows. Like that just like a community just does not get that size. Um, yeah, I would.
Just to let you know,
Yep.
I will have to go in like 5 or like
Oh, okay, that's
8
fine.
minutes. So I'm really sorry. It's just I have so much work to do.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
it's all
behind.
right. It's nice to have you here though, for the time that you
It's
have
nice
been
to
here.
be here. One of the things that I've been dealing with, which will interest you, and Nada hopefully, and the other. Who else is watching, by the
I
way?
don't know.
And,
Nobody else has commented yet.
the recorder going to Egypt
Mm-hmm.
has caused endless problems.
Oh
It's in
no.
customs. The seller, the guy who's like dealing with it all, he always sent it to. He's having to go to the government department to go and get the recorder because
Wow.
it's caused so many problems. It's been in customs for 3 weeks now.
Damn.
It's or 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Hopefully it
but it's
gets out.
crazy. Yeah, but we're getting really cool people now. So we've got the 71-year-old door porter,
Yeah.
the like, slave man to the house. We've got this 54-year-old super rich woman, a Muslim woman, who is married to this artist in Cairo. Um, we're getting close to getting a Coptic priest on Christmas Day,
Oh
on
my
the
god,
25th,
I really hope that
even though
happens.
even though the official Christmas in Egypt is actually the 7th of January.
Huh.
Some Coptic people celebrate on the 25th. So we're working hard and we think we've got one. We're going through the Coptic Church Academy, whatever it's called,
That's
in Cairo.
amazing.
And we're now looking for a fourth, but like of that kind of super cool,
That's
super interesting.
wild. Like, will you be wearing it during service?
Yeah, that's the aim.
Oh my
That's the
god,
aim.
that's nuts. I really hope that
Yeah,
recording happens well. If you and is that you
yeah.
get it, of course.
But Salah is someone who's Egyptian who I met in Norwich. A friend of mine went to uni with him,
Uh huh.
and we got on because we were both Egyptian, even though I grew up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
England. But like, and he was studying film production, and he now lives back in Cairo. So it's perfect that like this 23-year-old who's like super enthusiastic who studied film production. This is a
That's
simple thing to
awesome.
do. It's yeah,
God.
simple thing to deal with. But the first step, it's really a problem
Yeah, yeah.
that we have to get the recorder to him, and filming in public spaces is an issue.
Yeah.
But
What's
you know,
the laws there? Like, is it single party or
it's
is it?
yeah, it's an army general who had a coup of the elected, democratically elected
No,
first
no, no,
ever
no,
democratic.
not. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean by single party. I mean, is it like what are the laws there like for filming? Do you need two party consent or is it single party consent?
I don't really know what you mean, but filming in laws don't really exist in Egypt in that way.
Okay.
Just because you've got a permit for filming, that doesn't mean anything. That's if that's what you're asking.
Just because if you what? Sorry.
No, I don't really know what you're
Oh, what
asking.
I'm
I don't
saying
really.
is like, do you have to ask the other person to film? Like, if somebody else is in your camera's view, does it? Do you have to ask them for permission?
Well, probably yes.
Okay.
And I'm kind of going with how it is in British rule, which is essentially when you're in a personal conversation with someone, there's the moral side. The law says that when you essentially, in a nutshell, when you produce something that could be argued to be copyrightable, at
Okay.
that point, then it's an invasion of someone's privacy, and you have to ask for their permission when you're in a
Okay.
public space or private space that you
That's not.
film.
I don't think that's how it works here in the UK. Just a heads up.
That's having spoken to a QC lawyer who works in commercial copyright to do with film and
So
entertainment.
purely.
Uh, that no, that's
So if it's a
very
copyrightable work that you're capturing, it becomes legal,
work, including conversation.
including
This will be
conversation. So yeah,
uh,
I mean, I trust that dude more than myself, but from what I remember from like the protest research that I did for whether filming protests are legal. But then I guess that's different. It's a different situation.
yeah. It's then
Um,
that's when you're in a space that's when it's not private property. Private
yeah,
property, you have to ask permission.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The, you know that also if someone is filming in public space and they're recording you and you say you don't want to be recorded, they by law have to stop. That includes that Channel
In the
4
UK.
and BBC. Yeah, that's
Hmm, that's interesting.
yeah,
Because I know
yeah.
we had some weird crossover because of the wiretapping laws here. That like there was, I remember reading something along the lines of like it's okay to take photos and record video, but it's actually the audio where the legal framework is like around. So you can take photos as long as you physically are in a public place. So if you're on public property, then or something that's perceived as being public, you can take photos and video. But as soon as you bring audio into it, then there's like some extra laws that apply.
I
Um,
believe that. I fully believe that.
yeah, and the so you can take photos of the inside of someone's house as long as you physically are in a public space, and it's like totally legal. Like it's ridiculous some of the shit.
Yeah, yeah, it is crazy. It is
But
crazy.
stick a microphone on there, and then you've got a problem.
Yeah, I believe that. And Egypt is a whole other place. You're not really allowed to film in public.
Yeah.
And this government like really does just take people from their house in the middle of the night and torture people under universities.
Oh,
And this is very openly known. This is very
Yeah.
common knowledge. That so, what are the things that they're hiding? For them to be able for that to be open and no one
Mm.
care. That it's what are they embarrassed about people knowing what they do. It's really the worrying bit. So the filming there brings its own very dangerous territory. But because everything should be relatively not moving about too much, um, and if one of them is a priest, I kind of feel, although Coptic, which is not liked, um, but anyway, we'll see.
Well, hopefully it'll work out.
This is what we're testing. This is what we're testing. This is
Yeah.
exactly why we're doing it there, to see what are the parameters of that filming images.
Yeah. And whether anyone will notice that they're recording with those glasses.
Yeah. The problem with Egyptians is that they're very hands-on and will ask you like, "What's that thing?" and
Yeah.
won't leave you alone until you answer them. And like, not British and
Yeah, the
you know,
sunglasses.
the what's that red light on your face? What's that box? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I guess we'll have to see when we.
yeah. But the woman, the 50-year-old woman, she wears a hijab, so that will
Fantastic.
cover it, actually. So that works out.
Oh god, I can't even imagine how bad the stitching is going to be.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. We may have a template by
If
then.
if there's a template, yeah, then it should be fine. Because really,
Hmm.
well, really, you just use two lenses. You just use two lenses.
Yeah, but even then, because like we're going through fabric, right?
But still, as long as there's a bit of light, which there was, that's how it was for the hood.
Hmm.
That I just used the front two lenses because the other bit's black anyway.
Yeah.
Are essentially black, and it's not the best, but it's okay. But yeah, you're right.
Anyway, we'll come to that bridge when we cross it.
They're fun people, though. It's exciting.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
yeah. They're such a great cast of people.
It's a little bit Middle Eastern for my liking.
It's a little bit of a what?
It's a little bit too Middle Eastern, the whole thing for my liking, for someone who is Middle Eastern.
Well, that's
who
going to
isn't.
be. You're going to have some bias in it. You're not going to be able to. Like it would have been much more bound to being British, if you're not, or there necessarily. I think there'll be a bias to it, just to
It's
like
true,
save on time.
but I have no real connection to the Egyptian side of my life.
So you're getting one by the project.
Yeah, it's true, but yeah, and it's that makes me look a very certain way that isn't really me. But anyway, I am trying to explore it. So
yeah, well, that's good. That's good that you've got a chance to explore it.
Yeah, it's true, in a cool way as well.
Yeah, like quite literally being in somebody else's shoes for a bit.
True. The Coptic priest.
It's wild.
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
Insane.
I really hope you pull it off. Have a real fun.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful. Me being Egyptian but living in England, the name Mark, and Salah is translating things for me, so it's written in Arabic. That they love me and just want to help in any way.
Yeah.
That we played that well.
Yeah. Look at the draw.
Yeah. Well, that's Salah really. Credit goes to Salah for finding these people.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. And you for making us. Let's
yeah.
You increased it from 6 minutes to 25 hours.
Yeah.
Of recording. One of my favorite things.
It is. I mean, yeah, it is nice to know that I got to do that, and like, as far as I'm aware, I might be the only person that did that.
Yeah, I think so.
And then how many people would have tried?
Yeah.
Probably not many.
No.
I hope
it's amazing.
I hope at some point we get another pair though.
Me too. I actually messaged them. I looked at their website. I didn't want to waste some money because it still says pre-order. You'll get it by August 2020.
Oh yeah. It's been saying that for a long time because I check back every so often.
I emailed them, but they didn't reply, and that was the email that I had been emailing them a bit before on.
Well, I know that somebody got a pair because that guy that I found online, that I sent you the video of, he got his pair like recently, so they're still shipping them.
Are they?
Yeah, I think that was like only a month old video or like a 2 month old video or something like that. So they are definitely still shipping them.
Are they definitely? Because then I will probably buy one when the EU people pay some money.
I'm like 80-90% positive that that was a recent video.
Because really, I want to buy 2 or 3 pairs if because we want to use these for the real thing,
Yeah,
and we need many pairs of these.
yeah,
And I want them before they all. Yeah, so I should buy one and see, and then buy
yeah. You
loads.
could do. They'll save on time anyway,
Uh,
and it should just
yeah,
work exactly the same. Like, because the hack that I did doesn't require hardware modification, like to actually
yeah,
run the scripts and stuff. So you should just be able to move the SD card over.
yeah. Amazing, amazing. Yeah. It's annoying that the SD cards cost so much, but they're a lot cheaper
Oh,
now.
you should have
Actually.
checked on Black
But
Friday. They were like
I
200.
wanted to. I don't have nearly enough money to be doing
Yeah, I know.
that. uh, yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, but it'll get less at more and more, like further in time. Um, it'll get less. It'll cost less because the price will go down. Price will go down over time. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's literally 200 quid at the minute.
Oh, is it 200?
£190. Yeah, right now.
190? That's 500.
Yeah, for the 1 TB
But
one. Yeah,
yeah,
two.
but
Yeah, so that's like 60 quid off, I think, right?
60. I thought you said to 180.
Yeah, it's £190 right now, and it was
I mean,
250, right? Or was it more than that?
it was 500
It was 500.
for one.
Okay, well, it's even more than
We bought
60
two.
off because it's now the RRP is now 250.
Oh, that's so annoying. We could have bought 5 for the same price that we bought 2. I hate technology's depreciation and value. I hate it, Orange.
It's okay. I hate it
No, I
too.
don't.
I hate
I don't.
technology in general. God damn it! A half a terabyte one is 55 is £65.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit!
Well, I think you should just buy one for you, you know?
No, I don't need a micro SD. I just bought some SD cards for the camera.
And I bet you regret not buying one of these.
No, I don't regret it at all because that one wouldn't have worked because the adapter makes it too slow.
No,
Because I was doing some testing with the fast cards that I have got, and it still wasn't fast enough. But with a full-sized SD card, it was working fine. Like I can record 1080p video now on my 8-year-old camera. I can even record 5K video.
nice. Oh, quickly before I go, because I do actually have to go.
Okay.
How far away is your camera from you right now?
About a meter.
Oh, so this is the new
Yeah,
thing.
this is the new Vio. It's slightly out of focus because I just
Yeah,
put it back into its place, but if I move forwards a little bit, I become in focus.
it needs to be in focus where you naturally are. It's very inconsiderate to the viewers.
I know,
I want to. Sorry, I've not been on your thing because of the delay.
it's okay.
Um,
I'll send you a
uh,
photo of what it looks like if you want.
yeah, please.
Not of what it currently looks like, but what it looked like recently.
Viewers,
Sorry?
you know, it's not very considerate for the viewers to
Yeah, I
not have it in focus.
I know.
And your background, for that matter, that's equally inconsiderate.
Yeah, it's so bad at the minute.
You were taking a huge chunk of viewers' screen space.
Yeah.
The least you could do is aesthetically pleasing and in focus.
I could have shared my screen. I could have done a lot of things. Don't even have to circle around with me with text.
Yeah, you know, and no stars. I know there are stars.
Yeah, there's some stars. They're moving slowly still.
Okay, that's good.
But we'll get there. As I've said repeatedly, the first 100 streams are going to be not as good as the other ones.
But the first 100 are your core fans, you know.
No,
So,
I guess in a way, but they're going to be here no matter what.
exactly, so they're your core fans.
Yeah, but they'll be here afterwards too. And the 100 streams is to get this right. But yeah, look at that photo that I sent you at some point. That's a screenshot of an earlier test where I had it in focus.
I like the picture. You should share it with everyone.
Yeah, I shouldn't I? Can I just drag and drop it? No, I can't. It's not allowed. Oh well.
It's
It's a good photo though.
a great photo.
Maybe I'll drop it in the Discord. I'll drop it in the third public text channel
Uh,
for everyone to see. Working boy.
I want more emojis. I'm only just getting into emojis these days.
What do you mean you want more emojis?
I want emojis. There aren't enough variation in the mood that it can give you. You know, they've got some base things covered,
I think
but
there's
there
a
isn't.
lot of variation.
There is, but there also isn't enough sometimes. And I'm finding it recently. That, no, you
Yeah,
just
I know what you mean, but I like the ones that
like
I've got, and also I mostly use Discord these days, so I can just import an emoji if I'm missing one. I can just add one.
that's cheating.
You call it cheating. I call it entrepreneurship.
You would. No, you wouldn't.
There's some
Yeah,
really good emojis on my Discord, like all 50 shades of orange.
no, that's fun. That is fun. Uh, anyway, I really must go. I've got a lot to
Okay.
do. I've got to still got to do the invisible voice website text.
All right. Take care.
Thank you very
See you
much.
later.
I very much enjoyed being on your stream.
Thank you for coming.
We were chatting. I wasn't really on the stream.
Yeah. All right.
Very nice. I'm sure we'll speak very soon.
Take care.
Right, bye, stream. Bye, Nada. Bye, bye, people.
Goodbye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Take care. Stay
See you.
hydrated.
Stay alert.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Bye bye. He's gone. All right. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Ah, what a time. Yeah, I could have done with a plan for that. Oh, because I'd already asked him the questions about death when we played chess, so it's kind of, what do I ask? Oh, I'm sorry that I'm so out of focus. I have to be up here. Be this close. I think I'm probably going to end it. I'm going to end it here. Streaming will probably be early tomorrow. In the Discord, we'll be watching a movie before that. Well, after the stream. That'll be quite fun. And yeah, rest of this week. Not entirely sure. Wednesday will be a bit weird. I'm doing good, Nada. Thanks. I'm pretty chill. I've had quite a nice day, even though there's not really been a lot that happened. It's been nice and relaxed. I think. Well, actually, no. I know now that my camera's fixed because look, the camera didn't even cut off once. I figured out. Yeah, it's been a nice day. Nice day. Okay. Thank you for coming, and anyone that watches this later, thank you too. Hope that you've all had a lovely day and that you enjoyed that. There wasn't really much to it, but it was nice to just hang out a little bit. Tomorrow, we'll see what I'll do tomorrow. I might do another sort of React stream, maybe. Or maybe we'll mess around with some lights. Or maybe I'll do a collage bot. I don't know. I'll decide. I'll work it out. I'll schedule it. And then we'll do it. And thanks for loving the night sky. It's particularly relaxing. Alright. Take care. See you later. And no problem for bringing back. Oh, you're here just for the goodbyes. I'm so sorry, Daisy. You'll have to rewind. It's only been a few. It's only been 30 minutes. Plus, I don't know whether there was much there for content wise, but you'll hear what it's like for me and my friend to talk. Okay, I'm preparing to say goodbye. I'm watching myself right now. Um, so I'm gonna point towards the camera and then say goodbye. Okay, goodbye. See you later. Take care. Brush your hair. Stay hydrated. Bye bye. I don't know whether it's like a minute if I pressed end stream. This is gonna be so awkward if it doesn't.